Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. If you're new to my channel, make sure you're hitting that subscribe button to stay inspired and notified on how you can wise up and rise up from these narcissists. So with that being said, let's just hop into the video. Oh yeah, and before I hop into the video, if you enjoy this video, please give me a thumbs up. What that does is it helps the algorithm to get this video out there, to get to more people who need to hear this message and what I'm going to share with you guys today. So with that being said, again, you clicked on this video because you want to know more about how can you starve the narcissist. Now, I don't say this in a vindictive way or in a spiteful way. When you starve the narcissist, it's more so of you gaining back your power. You're gaining back your power for yourself. I get a lot of people who ask me, how can I gain back my power after, this person being able to control me, manipulate me, and have so much power over my mind, my emotions, because it's kind of like a power trip with the narcissist, right? So the biggest thing you want to do for yourself after, the narcissist discards you or you leave the narcissistic relationship is learn how you can gain back your power. And the best way to gain back your power in a not vindictive or spiteful way is starving them, because there's two ways that a narcissist gets supply from you. There's good supply and there's bad supply. Now, you're probably asking yourself, what is the difference? The difference is because at the end of the day, good supply for the narcissist is sex, attention, like you're feeding their ego. You're so good to me. You're such a good person. I love you. I care about you. I miss you. That's good supply for them, right? Things that it's not irritating them, things that they want and you're giving it to, they want and you're giving it to them without a headache, without arguing, without fighting, without frustrating them, like things that they want, right? That they're looking for, and it's good supply. You're happy with it, they're happy, and it's like that's good supply. Especially around basically the love bombing phase, right? The love bombing side. They're getting supply, you're getting supply, you guys are both happy. That's good supply. Bad supply now is when you are standing up for yourself. You're standing up for yourself. You're putting your foot down. You are not arguing with them. Maybe you block them. Maybe you're not talking to them no more. Maybe you're the one that removed yourself from the relationship, right? You're not just like, you're not getting upset, right? You're not getting frustrated or any of that stuff like that. Like, they get upset when you don't do that. And to them, that's when you're gaining back your power, right? That's when you'll start feeling like you're gaining back your power too, because at the end of the day, you're not feeding any supply to them. Bad supply is when they want to get underneath your skin. They'll do anything to get under your skin. They'll post up pictures on Instagram, Facebook, any type of social media that they know that you're watching, or they know that a friend or a family member, that's where triangulation comes in. They might use triangulation, right? So they'll do anything to get under your skin and get a reaction out of you, right? Whether you get upset with them and you send them a upsetting text message, right? Screaming at them, yelling at them, cursing at them, or crying and telling them how much you miss them and how much you love them and how much you crying hysterically, begging for them, pleading for them. That is supply for them, but obviously in a bad way, right? They know what they're doing to get supply from you, whether it be bad supply, good supply. They know exactly what they're doing because it's a manipulation. It's a game to them. It's manipulation to get any sort of supply from you. And that's like basically living rent-free inside of your mind and having control over your emotions. That's how they gain control over you, through manipulation, love bombing, wearing a false mask that's not really who they are, that's just playing the part of who you desire and what you want. So let's say you're a person that you want love, you want affection, you want somebody to compliment you and all that. That's a mask that they put on, and they'll play that role and they'll play that act in the love bombing phase, and then that mask falls off, right? They know exactly what they're doing, right? And then when that mask falls off, how to manipulate you to get you back into good standings with them. Let's say you're crying, you're upset, or you're angry. They manipulate you, they gaslight you, they always make it seem like you're the problem or whatever. Like, they know what they're doing. They know exactly how to play the games. They know how to get you high, then get you low. So then when you're low, you're fighting back to get that high, right? And again, that's why for them, there's good supply and there's bad supply, right? Either way, it's still supply to them, right? No matter what, even if you guys break up and you guys are co-parenting, right? That's when that's where the bad supply comes in. Because at the end of the day, it's like they'll do anything to get supply from you. And they'll do anything to piss you off, right? Get underneath your skin. That's why I call it bad supply, right? They'll do anything to piss you off, get under your skin, maybe drop the kids off late, mess up with your time, maybe give you child support late. They'll do anything, maybe talk bad to the kids about you, whatever, right? Whatever they can do to get a reaction out of you is supply to them. This is why I said there's good supply and there's bad supply, right? So at the end of the day, the best way that you can gain back power, right, and you can starve that narcissist is giving them no reaction, staying neutral. This goes for everybody. If you are still in a relationship with a narcissistic person, or if you're co-parenting with a narcissistic person, obviously, if you're not in a relationship where you have no connection, no ties with that person, the best thing that you can do for yourself is go no contact and like block, delete on every levels and not entertain anything with them being in your life anymore, if possible, if you can. But even this is for the people that haven't even met to that level yet, that you can't see yourself blocking them yet or not watching their social media like anymore. Because I know there's some people out there that are still struggling, still battling with getting to that level where you can completely block them off, right? I understand that. You're on your journey. At the end of the day, no one's telling you that you have to do that. You're on your journey. You got to know what's best for you. But just know that's obviously, hindering your healing process, because any type of contact with a narcissist is going to hinder your healing process. That's why if you are stuck in a situation where you're co-parenting with them or you're still with them, obviously, like, you got to know how to set healthy boundaries, and learning what I'm telling you to do right now is learning how to not react. The best way I can help you guys to learn how to not react: stand in the facts. That simple. You got to learn how to stand in the facts, right? Is number one. Standing in facts and knowing who these people are. They have a personality disorder, right? They are not like us, a lot of people who are victimized by narcissistic abuse are empaths, right? We're very soft, genuinely kind, caring people. So with a narcissist and let's say empathetic people, the difference between us is like both sides have their traumas, but empathetic people are more people who went through traumas and they will do anything to be kind and caring and sweet and nice to people. So that those people that they are sharing love with, they don't want them to ever feel the traumas of what you've experienced. Where narcissistic people, they have childhood traumas and traumas that they box up, and they'll do anything to keep it in that box and not let it loose, their emotions, right? They know how to departmentalize their emotions, and they lock them up, and they'll do anything that those emotions don't get triggered. That's just how it is with the narcissist. That's why I said they have a personality disorder. So the biggest thing, again, is standing in the facts, educating yourself and understanding step by step who these narcissists is. Step number two is realizing what are the patterns and how they try to trigger you. Because a lot of them in toxic relationships and narcissistic relationships, they have a pattern. What's their pattern that they have with you, right? That's number two, is realizing what's the pattern in the triggers that they try to do with you. So a lot of the narcissists, they know how to trigger you through gaslighting, right? Or they know how to trigger you by your insecurities. They know certain insecurities about you, so they'll trigger you with your insecurities. Or let's say they know your weaknesses is your kids. They'll try to use situations with the kids to try to trigger you, right? So it's like they know what your triggers are, and you also know yourself better than anybody else on what your triggers are. So standing and understanding what are the patterns on what they do to trigger you. Because again, you'll realize it, you'll see it. A lot of them have patterns on how they try to get at you and trigger you. And I shared with you some of them on ways on how they'll try to use things to trigger you. So number one is stand in the facts. Number two is analyze and look at the patterns and how they try to trigger you. And number three is understanding that whatever these mother people say is not your truth. You don't have to make it, and whatever they do vindictively, make it your truth. Understand that hurt people. And they're never going to see your value in who you are. You can't expect another person to see your value and all the kind and beautiful things that you do for them if they can't see how amazing that they are. And a lot of times they really don't. Like, as much as, because everything that the narcissist does is all based off of ego and a mask. They can say that they are amazing people and that you don't deserve them and they're this and they're that. All that is just a fake mask, where deep down inside, the narcissist is truly hurting. That's why a lot of people, you'll hear a lot of people say, what's the narcissist's biggest karma is them just being them. Because at the end of the day, they will keep going through a cycle over and over and over again, because their ego will never allow them to see their wrongs. So if you never look at your wrongs, if you never look at areas and where you can grow, and you never take a step back to look inward, what does that do for you? It keeps you stagnant in life. It keeps you keep going through the same thing over and over and over again, because they never want to learn their lessons. They just move on to new supplies. They just take themselves into new situations without having to confront their selves, right? Because their ego, remember what I said, they departmentalize their emotions, and their ego will never allow them to embrace those emotions. So they're stuck. They're going to be stagnant. And what's the definition of doing the same shit, expecting a different result? Temporary insanity. So they're driving themselves to temporary insanity. This is why you'll hear so many people say that the karma for the narcissist is them just having to look themselves in the mirror and deal with their life. Because truly deep down inside, they put on their facade of whatever is going on outside of them just to keep up with their ego. But really and truly deep down inside, they're hurting. And this is why they can do such vindictive and mean things to other people, because hurt people. Where again, on the other end, you now can elevate. You can work on yourself, because you're able to look yourself in the mirror and say, what am I doing so wrong? They don't do that. They don't look themselves in the mirror. And this is how you can know and know if you're a narcissist or not, because no narcissist will allow themselves to open up that box to look at what they emotions of what am I doing wrong? Because that means they would have to put aside their ego, and narcissists do not do that. So at the end of the day, it's up to you to turn around and say, okay, how can I grow from this? How can I elevate from this? How can I learn from this? And that's where, when you start standing in the facts, when you start understanding your patterns, when you start understanding more about yourself, right, on what you're allowing and why you're allowing it and how to set healthy boundaries, then you'll start elevating from, taking back control of your mind, taking back control of your emotions, right? and start elevating and changing. And now, what are you going to do? You're going to cut off all supply from that narcissist and start moving forward. And now, again, they're going to see that you're not going to be giving them supply anymore. And that's the worst thing for the narcissist, because again, even if that narcissist has a new supply, even if you guys are not together anymore, they're still going to get at you and poke at you in certain ways, any way possible, to get supply from you. Remember what I said, good supply or bad supply, right? So at the end of the day, supply is supply from the narcissist. Stand in the facts and understanding, now that I've broken it down to you, what supply looks like for them, right? How you can gain back your power, how you can take control back over your life, and how you could put a stop to the fatigue, the headache, and take back control of your mental health, because they really don't care if they're hurting you, manipulating you, gaslighting you, putting you down. At the end of the day, remember what I said, good supply or bad supply, either way, they're still getting supply from you if you allow it by reacting. So the best way, I broke it step by step down, and how you cannot react to them and gain back your power. If you see yourself starting to get angry, if you see yourself starting to get frustrated, do some breathing exercises, right? And then right off the bat, remind yourself the patterns, remind yourself who they are, right? These people have a personality disorder, and they will keep getting at you, but only you can stop giving in by not reacting and taking back control of your life. And that's the best thing you can do to ever really hurt a narcissist, is elevate, grow, work on you. And honestly, I tell it to people all the time. It's not even about them anymore. Once that person is outside of your life has nothing, whatever you decide to do, anything you do has nothing to do with them, nothing. And even if you're in a relationship with them still, your life has nothing to do with them, because you came in this world by yourself. You're going out of this world by yourself. You need to show up for you. It's not about that person. It's not about another person. It's always going to be about you, because if you don't like your reality, it's all of what's going on inside of you, because your reality is a reflection of what's going on inside of you. So anywhere you're at right now with the narcissist gives you an opportunity to look within and elevate within and focus on you, because ain't nobody in this world going to show up for you as much as you show up for yourself. So take back control today, take back power today, in elevating and showing yourself and how worthy you are. Whoever's watching this, I always say, you're a queen, you're a king, you deserve the world. You deserve to be treated better. You just deserve to be loved on. You deserve to be appreciated and cared for. But it all starts with, how are you showing up for you? How are you loving you? How are you respecting you? Because somebody inside of this world is only going to reciprocate back out the best of the ability. First of all, they know how to. And second of all, and how you are showing up for yourself. How are you treating yourself? All right? If somebody's going to come in your life and disrespect you, put you down, manipulate you, it's like, okay, what are you doing to allow it? Right? And if this person is doing that to somebody else, that means that they don't respect themselves. They don't care about themselves to do those type of things. Because why? Hurt people, right? So stand in the facts, y'all. All this on what I'm sharing with you is going to help you to wise up and rise up from these narcissists, become the best damn version of yourself. That's a wrap, y'all. Make sure, if you enjoyed this video, and I know you will, give me a thumbs up. Again, get this video, help get this video out there to more people who need to hear this message. I know if you got value from this, there's a lot more people out there that need to get this message. So make sure you guys are joining the Wise Up, Rise Up community today. I have amazing TikTok videos I post up at least 3 times a day. I have so many people telling me that they are elevating, and their narcissists are wondering if they got a new, are they dating somebody, or what are they doing? Because they elevated so much, because they wised up and they rised up so much. Trust me, the best revenge you can get on a narcissist is elevating yourself, growing yourself, and becoming the best damn version of yourself. So that's from doing that, I'm helping you. So join the Wise Up, Rise Up community today. Go check out my TikTok channel. Go check out my podcast, and obviously subscribe to this YouTube channel to Wise Up and Rise Up today. Thank you so much for being on this video with me, you guys, and I'll catch you guys again on another video. Take care.